What's up, champ? Welcome back. In this video, I'm gonna give you a 2,500 calorie shred meal plan. This meal plan is specifically dedicated to anyone who's over 12% body fat. If you're over 12% body fat, if you're under, congratulations, you don't need this meal plan. You can click away. If you're looking to gain mass, I'll put a link up there to a video where I posted a 3,000 calorie mass meal plan because your macros, what the heck is that, are gonna be dramatically different. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to customize your macros to your training day, the days you're depleting glycogen and you're working hard, and to your non-training days, which should be different because you're not training, you're not driving the car, you're not depleting the reserves. So you don't need to have the same amount of carbohydrates on your non-training days. I keep nutrition simple. The more simple I've made nutrition over the years, the better results I've got. There's a lot of guys teaching complicated things, and sometimes these complicated things can help if you're, trying to get ready for a contest or get down to 4 or 5% body fat. But for the majority of you who are over 12% body fat, you just want to get in around that 9-10% range where your abs are showing, you look tight, you look muscular. People can tell you work out. Wow, what do? You do something. You look great. This is for you. Very simple here, guys. Let's get right to it. So, training day. Your carbohydrates are going to be 40% carbs, 30% protein, 30% fat. Oh yeah, by the way, if you can't read this, do not worry. At the end of the video, I'm going to give you a link. I'll post it right above me where you can go to a page and download this 100% free, no catches. I'm going to tell you how to get that. But right now, I don't want you just to look at the food sources and the portion sizes. I want you to understand the principles. All right, and that's what we're going to go through. I'm going to really help you be able to customize this for yourself because that's the best diet, right? What's the best diet? I've taught this before. The one that you follow. So if you can't follow this one, we're wasting our time. So pay attention to the principles and not the little details. Training day, let's just walk it through. So meal number 1, 7 ounces of protein. Where it comes from, don't worry about that. Ideally, it's lean protein, so anything that can swim or fly or run on land, that's a good source of lean protein. But to start off, it's not a big deal. 7 ounces of protein. Then we want 1 tablespoon of fat. Whether it comes from olive oil or coconut oil, we don't need to worry about that. 1 tablespoon of fat and then a 1/4 cup of nuts. If they're Brazil nuts or macadamia nuts, it doesn't matter. 1 cup of nuts. When it comes to weight loss, fat loss specifically, we just need to focus on calories and macros first. Meal frequency and meal timing, yes, they're important, but they're not as important until you get this. You get this piece figured out, okay? So that's your meal 1, all right? So you can get creative with that. Meal number 2, we're going 6 ounces of protein. Now, I recommend having a different protein source with every meal of the day. I really encourage you to not have the same protein source twice in the same day. In an upcoming video, I'm going to show you my muscle building diet, and I'm going to show you how I do that. I'm going to show you a wide variety of food sources. But that's your rule of thumb. Never eat the same protein source twice in the same day. All right? You don't need to. There's so many great options out there. That goes for carb sources too. So I've got 1 cup of quinoa, but you don't have to have quinoa. That's just a good complex carb. You can have oatmeal, you can have couscous, you could have sweet potatoes, different colors of rices. You have so many options. 1 cup of veg. I should say with every meal in the day, ideally you want to have at least 1 cup of veg. All right? Because fiber is one of the forgotten nutrients, if you will, that really helps with digestion, absorption, so many other things, but it's kind of one of the things people underestimate. So 1 cup of veg with every meal. Next meal we've got here on deck. So this would have been like your pre-workout meal because I've got a cup of carb. Again, it's not a huge deal, but it's ideal to have some carbs before you train because you're gonna, it's like driving your car on a long road trip. You got to have some gas in the tank. Or what are you going to operate on? Weight training is an anaerobic activity. It requires an immediate fuel source, and that's why we use carbohydrates. Carbs can be your best friend when it comes to training hard, all right? So intra-workout, you guys know I like to use liquid nutrition during a workout. So I've got 30 grams of carb powder, a lot of different carb powders on the market. That's not the point of this video. We could do that on another video. 40 grams of whey isolate. Again, we could use essential amino acids, BCAAs. Again, not the point of this workout. Let's keep it simple today, all right? 35 grams of carb powder, 40 grams of whey isolate. Shake it up. start sipping on it 15 minutes into the workout. Have it done about 15 minutes before the workout's over. I love intra-workout because we want to start recovering during the workout. Why would you wait after the workout to start the recovery process? Start during the workout. After our workout, we're going to have 3 ounces of protein, a tablespoon of oil, half a cup of quinoa, 1 medium orange. All right? Keep it simple, guys. We're just going to have a good, wholesome food right after the meal. All right? So we've got a variety of food sources here. Again, this doesn't have to be quinoa. It can be anything you want. It doesn't have to be orange. You could have berries. You can have an apple. I got a fruit source here just for some variety, for some faster absorbing sugars. Our next meal is a cup of fat-free cottage cheese with 2 cups of veggies. Again, nothing magical about cottage cheese. It's just a different protein source. It's released differently into your bloodstream. And again, the name of the game is variety. These are the principles that make your diet work when you can stick with it. All right? Fat-free cottage cheese I have here because it fits the macros, not because there's anything magical about fat-free. And lastly, 1 scoop of whey protein with a 1/4 cup of nuts. This is just a great meal before bed. It's easy. You got the nuts there to slow the rapid uptake from the amino acids from the whey. But again, there's nothing, you don't want to fixate on that. I'm just kind of sharing that. What's magical here is sticking to this entire diet day in and day out. That's what's going to get you shredded. All right? So that's your training day meal plan. Now, because we're not depleting the tank, on our non-training day, the macros are a little different. We've got 20% carbs, 50% protein, and 30% fat. So this is the only fancy thing I do, if you will, with my meal plans. I just change the macros on training days versus non-training days. All right, we don't get, if you want to even consider that complicated, I don't get any more complicated than that. So I'll break it down a little quicker. 7 ounces of protein, a 1/4 cup of nuts. Meal 2, a scoop of whey, a tablespoon of flaxseed. Meal 3, 7 ounces of protein, 2 cups of sweet potato, 1 cup of veg. Meal 4, 7 ounces of protein, 1 medium orange, 1 cup of veg. Meal 5, 2 scoops of whey, half a cup of nuts. That's it, guys. It's so dang simple. And this is really what I focus on when it comes to getting shredded. Because your body is over 12% body fat, you don't need as many carbohydrates as somebody who's under 12% body fat. Your body just doesn't utilize them as well. Utilize them as well because your body is not as insulin sensitive. The leaner you are, the more insulin sensitive you are, which simply means your body utilizes carbohydrates better. It moves carbohydrates more into the muscles than into the fat stores. And this goes for every degree of body fat percentage. So somebody who's 12% body fat is going to be more insulin sensitive than someone who's 13% body fat. Someone who's 7% body fat is going to be more insulin sensitive than someone who's 8% body fat. So it just works on that continuum. So again, that's it, guys. Nice and simple. Focus on the big picture principles that actually will make this diet work for you. And let me just review them. 1, variety. Never eat the same protein source in the same day. 2, focus on variety for your carbohydrates as well. 3, eat foods that you enjoy. There's no such thing as a bad food. The only bad foods are the ones that make you feel like hell. That's kind of like the way I teach guys, is I keep it nice and simple. If the food makes you feel like crap, like you're bloated, you got diarrhea, you got gas, that just means your body isn't handling the food well. You don't need to do like, you know, a $1,000 allergy test to figure some of this stuff out. You can figure a lot of this stuff out by having confidence in listening to your body. All right, so last principle is, remember, the best diet is the one that you follow. So if you can stick to this, how often do you need to stick to this? I would say at least 80 to 90% of the time. All right, if you can nail this 80 to 90% of the time, you will lose at least 1% of your body fat per week, and you will get under 12% body fat. And then we will start introducing more carbohydrates when your body utilizes them well. Your body's also going to be more efficient with testosterone. I don't know if efficient is the right word. Your body's going to produce testosterone because it doesn't convert as much estrogen hormone as much aromatase to estrogen, which is a female sex hormone. All right, so when you're fatter, you've got more female sex hormone in your body, and you don't want that. So what this diet's going to help you do is increase testosterone levels and use insulin better. Okay, so we're going to have better hormonal machinery. So this is a page out of my simple, no-nonsense, done-for-you meal plans. A lot of guys want the guesswork eliminated, and that's fair. If you just want to follow a meal plan, you want to print it off, put it in your kitchen, you just want to go shop for the groceries and just follow a done-for-you plan, no problem at all. I've got that for you. If you want to follow this 2,500 calorie shred meal plan, simply click the link above. It's going to take you to a page where you put your first name, your best email address, and then just click the confirm link. It'll take you to a page where you have to confirm again because we don't spam people. We want to make sure this is actually you putting your email address in there, and we'll send it to your inbox. If you're watching this video from your mobile, scroll down, click the show more button, which will take you to the description, and then click the first link there. And that first link will take you to the same page where you enter your name, best email, click confirm, and I'll send it to you. And that's just a little gift from me to you. If you need a lower amount of calories, you'll find out how to get another set of meal plans which come in different increments. Obviously, you're not going to stay on 2,500 calories. You might have to go down to 2,000 eventually and 1,500. But we're going to start with a lot of food, all right? Because we want to burn the fat off, not starve the fat off. All right, we want fuel so we can train hard and burn the fat off, okay? I want to make sure that makes sense. Lastly, let me know what you want next. In the comment section below, type in a comment. Let me know, Vinny, I've been waiting for this topic. Can you cover this? And I'll add it to the list. We're going to cover it because this channel is here for you. If you haven't subscribed yet, do that right now too. You'll be first in line. You'll get notified by YouTube when I upload a new video. That way, you're the first to get in on the conversation. You can see the video and then you can keep up with getting great gains. All right, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget, there's only one way to live, and that's living large. See you next time.